The Tier 2 Tickets Wizard gives you an easy way to create or add assist onto your Tier 2 Tickets account. But before we dive into creating an assist, what exactly are they? Assists are recommendations that we give a customer or end user to self-remediate their problem without a text interaction. Um, let's let's say you get a ticket about a machine going slow, and let's be real, a simple restart can solve a majority of those issues. With Assist, you can tell those customers to restart their machine without having to have a tech look into it and tell them afterwards. So how do we add an assist? So we'll go to the Tier 2 Tickets Wizard. We'll add an assist. Let's say we're going to go with the example we said earlier, restarting the machine. We're going to find triggers. So whenever we see a ticket that contains these triggers, we're going to offer them an option to restart their machine. So let's say it's going to be any ticket that mentions slow, laggy, frozen, slow loading, present this assist. Now, the action is the actual command of when that is presented, do this. So in this case, we're going to open a CMD instance and then we're going to restart our machine. And you can change things like what you want the button to say. So if you want the button to say go, yes, or restart, you can change it there. And then when you hit finish, this is a preview of what it'll look like when your customer submits a ticket. So the customer submits a ticket, says, hey, my computer's going slow, and then we'll offer them this option. Sometimes a reboot alone will resolve these issues. Would you like to reboot now? When the user hits submit, it actually restarts their machine and hopefully alleviates you from having to get that ticket and having to deal with that ticket. And if you want to add more assists, you definitely can do that as well. You just go ahead back into the wizard. We're going to add another assist. And let's say if the user mentions, hey, I want to schedule an appointment, you can go ahead, go to the schedule the appointment. If your options show that you have an option for them to schedule an appointment with you, we're going to find the keyword schedule. And when we see the keyword schedule, the action is going to be, hey, here's a link to my calendar. So instead of you having to respond, all right, thank you for the ticket, here's a link to my calendar, we can just go ahead and do that for you. And essentially, the goal is to take care of those low hanging fruit. Then finally, we're going to go to finish. And then this is a preview of what your assists look like. Now, remember, these will only appear if and when those keywords are detected when the user is submitting a ticket. Or you could do something where it appears all the time. Now, let's say that it doesn't matter what ticket you get, you always want to offer the customer to restart a machine, add another assist, restart the machine, we'll go to trigger and always show. Always show means exactly that. Regardless of the ticket, we're always going to offer the customer to restart their machine. We don't recommend it, but I mean, it's an option and it's there. So go through actions. You'll see that it's there again. If you want to change the button text, go through finish. We'll submit the code. It imports it back into the visual editor or the code editor, and you're pretty much done. All you got to go is through here. You save the rules, and now those assists will appear for those customers whenever they see a ticket in this instance that mentions that their machine's going slow, or if they're mentioning that they are looking for an appointment, or maybe you just want them to restart their machine every single time they submit a ticket.